Since this guy has returned, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone pander to a crowd more than CM Punk. This is the rebel with an edge. Russo'sBrand.com, where the pros are the pros. We're 2 weeks from WrestleMania. This is supposed to be the height of the wrestling season. We've all experienced this. We know, the WrestleMania season is the most popular season in wrestling. We all know that. We've gone through it. So we've got, I think there's one Raw left. I think there's one Raw left. There's one Raw and 2 SmackDowns left before WrestleMania. This sets the entire tone. So Stevie, we open up SmackDown 13 minutes into the show before the first word is spoken. So we've got 13 minutes of packages, bullshit, entrance, music, singing, jacking off, playing with our ass. 13 minutes. So we 13 minutes been already off the board. Then Ben, we get CM Punk telling us about his umbilical cord tied around his neck. Yeah, I'm screaming at the TV, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I feel like I got an umbilical cord tied around my neck right now watching you shithead. Ben and Stevie, now we are 25 minutes into the show, and here's what we got out of the first 25 minutes of the show, Ben. CM Punk tells the Walrus, let me know when Reigns shows up. Stevie, that's what we got out of the first 25 minutes of SmackDown. Let me know when Reigns shows up. Bro, I swear to God, like, do they write this show with freaking crayons? Like, this is pathetic shit, man. Go ahead. Don't jump. Don't jump all at once. Go ahead.
Well, I did. Well, what can we say after all that? Except, I don't know how did we waste 3 minutes waiting? The 30 seconds we waited to answer your thing was much better than I don't know what it is. If we have allegedly dealt with network executives at NBC, what in the world do they not value? When it comes, they don't value their own money because the time is not money to them.
Nope.
And we are talking about 25 minutes is literally almost $1 million at this point with the TV
I think it's a lot more than that, Steve.
I'm being nice, but an even million.
Yeah.
So you waste $1 million a week and you can't recoup that. And the entrances, the music, of course, Punk's in Chicago, so that's got to be the big feel-good moment.
And you know what, Stevie? I'm in Colorado. You're in Florida. Ben's in New York. We don't give a shit that you're in Chicago, bro. Nobody gives a shit unless they're in Chicago. It doesn't matter to the rest of the freaking country. Go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry. I'm a little anxious.
There you go. You just solidified or reinforced the fact that it's a house show and you're coming home to the house show in Chicago, and you're going to do a lot of what seemed to be when Raw or SmackDown goes off the air, there's that kind of slower interaction, playing with the crowd. This has made it to TV. Like usually the dark matches where even the Austins and the Takers and everybody would play around like a house show and entertain. But aren't we getting that now on the first segment of the shows?
Yes. And, I got to tell you, Ben, the straight edge era, is that what he was called? The straight edge?
Straight edge society?
Straight edge society. Ben, I got to tell you, I didn't watch any of that shit because I was busy working. So I didn't see any of that. I saw none of Punk's run.
I did because 3 of my good friends were in it as extras. So I have a good idea.
Well, he's straight edge society, whatever. He's dropping pipe bombs. He's dangerous. He's this and that. You never know what this guy's got to say. I got to tell you, bro, since this guy has returned, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone pander to a crowd more than CM Punk. This is the rebel with an edge, sticking his head up the ass of every freaking fan. This is an edgy guy. I don't know, Stevie and bitter. I know I'm old, I'm bitter, I'm ancient, I know I'm all those things, but is this what a cool guy is now, Ben? Somebody that panders nonstop to a crowd?
Oh, wow. You're trying to set me off early here. Holy shit. Let me punch myself in the kidney stone real quick.
I've heard Benny's the best in the world. Does that help?
Just ask him. He'll tell you. He'll tell you for sure. I lived in Chicago for 6 years. I love it. I love my time at Improv Olympic in Second City. But coming from the Chopwood, Carrywater Hills in New York, and then seeing Phil up close and how he treats people or what he's supposed to be. And I've even put this poll out, which is the most pimped out city for street cred and cheap pops from AEW and WWE? Is it Chicago or Philly? Because that's all they do is go there and act like these are the epicenters and the waves are going to be created. You've beat that prostitute down. She's no longer your top bitch. Like she like it's bullshit. And Punk is a great example of what Chicago is, where it claims to be one thing, but on the surface level, but underneath it, it's exactly the opposite of morality. It's the most corrupt city for over 150 years politically. It's the city that says no to gun violence and has 30 shootings on the South Side every fucking weekend. It's Jussie Smollett. It's all of those fucking things, bro. And it's a fucking comic book nerd who went and got tattoos, who wants to act like a tough guy, but is anything but, because when he gets to UFC, he gets his fucking ass handed to him. Then he goes to AEW and they pimp him out there in Chicago to fucking do your double or nothings or whatever. And then he exposes himself for somebody as not a leader, somebody who doesn't have respect, and then buries people and jumps back over. He's the guy who went on the podcast or even did the pipe bomb and buried Triple H, The Office, Stephanie, and then turned on his former best friend who, when the lawyer bill came due, well, I guess we're not $240,000 worth of friends anymore. This is the true id of the man underneath all this bullshit, who umbilical cords wrapped around my neck. I'm seeing my death and I even take my first breath. Like bullshit, bro. Like to me, maybe you didn't get enough oxygen in your fucking system at the time, and that's why you're a failed human. Is it the same guy who's going to NXT to work with his little sister, and give the rub there? What's going on down there with, let me pick out my next girlfriend? These are all the truths of the fallibility of him. When it comes to straight edge society, whether it was my guy Dewey, Man Beast, or Serena, I've seen it. And when I see this guy on TV with X's on his hands after I sat there and he talked shit to Tony Atlas and fucking ECW's my show, and we're all just sitting there going, holy fuck, shut up. Just shut up. This is the fucking dude who doesn't have the root values of what I think it takes to be a man, but who gives a fuck what I think at the end of the day? And then he's straight edge society, but he somehow found the secret to a larger forehead and giant trapezius muscles in 4 weeks. So what is it, pal? Are you straight edge? Do you really not even take an aspirin, but some of that B12 Florida water advice, quick trip to Mexico shit is A-okay on the road to being the main eventer? I have all these high morals that I'll judge everybody else by, but it's my time to main event. So Paulie, come in here and jack me up, pal. Like, that's the fucking dude I see on there, bro. And it really is the personification of the bullshit falseness of Chicago, claiming to be one thing, but really under the surface is nothing more than hypocrisy and small people trying to dictate to others.
Ben, that's got to make your back feel better.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I think I just passed a stone. It's good.
I'm gonna make you feel worse again, because I'm gonna say everything you just said. Yeah. This guy has spoken and acted it into existence. He's done a Jedi mind trick on the wrestling business in multiple promotions. So what happened is the ECW was his show. He is main eventing WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. He's making millions of dollars while still somehow pissing more and more people off. It makes money, and then everything is forgiven. Even Triple H, who is about as petty as they come, Phil managed to win him over, or old Paul Levesque is playing.
Yeah, old Paul's going to have the last. And I'm thinking to myself, you better not have Punk in any physicality, because he's got a lot of muscle mass on. And wouldn't that just be karma fucking 101? The week before WrestleMania, you try and do one little spot at the house show with Bert Kreischer and the fucking Thunder from Down Under goofs, and you tear your fucking bicep off a week before you're supposed to main event. Like when I saw the footage today of Bert Kreischer in the ring with Punk, and those guys are feeding for him A-Town down, I go, what could possibly go wrong now?
Oh, that guy, you couldn't do a harder choke slam without any kind of, that was dangerous to put another guy in there to physically assault those two guys.